Hi. So last video we talked about the CPU resources reduction when we use XDP SIM proxy protection for the SIM flood attack. So this time I want to talk more about the aspect of a multiple XDP program attached to the same network interface with libxdp. So yeah, we can talk about this with our demonstration. So here is my client machine. I can send a HTTP request. So this is my just a web server listening port 80. So now I can start up the Suricata program in the background. So once I start this Suricata program, it will attach two XTP program to the same network interface, and we can look at the Suricata configuration here. Again, on this interface ENO2, we attach two XTP program to the network interface with its own run priority. So this is a XTP SIM proxy program with priority 50, so it runs first. Okay, and we can now check the XDP program status with XDP node program from the XDP project, and now we see on this network interface we have first we have XDP dispatcher program from the automatically created by the libxdp. Then this is our standalone XDP program. One is sync cookie, another one is the one from the Suricata project for flow bypass. Right? So so the sync cookie program should be processing the SIM flooding attack or any SIM packet, and we can verify. So I actually added a BPF print K in both XDP program, so we can actually check the execution order of the XDP program with this cat program sys. Yeah, so this is our, again I can show you so just cat the trace pipe, and so in the first sync cookie program I added a BPF trace print K to print out the source port. So this is a 3886 38890, and this is 38890 from the XDP filter. So the sync cookie program processes a packet first for sync cookie validation, and the XDP filter program has the same source port as this one, the sync cookie one, so it executed later. So that's the order of the XDP program execution, and we can verify here. Right? So again, if we look at the CPU of a Suricata program, it should have a very small CPU usage, right? Always, you can almost ignore the CPU usage of Suricata because the XDP program is running to block the SIM flood attack. Okay, so we We have not launched the SIM flooding. Let's launch the SIM flooding. Okay, we started the SIM flooding, and the CPU here is still a very small usage, right? Because the the SIM cookie program is running, and now we can actually detach that XDP SIM cookie program, unload ENO2 with the XDP program ID number 846. That's the SIM cookie program 846. Okay, so now it's unloaded. Then we should see the CPU usage of Suricata program jumps very high with 120% CPU usage, right? We can also tail the Suricata program logs, and it says flow emergency mode entered, right? Yeah. So if we add the XDP program SIM cookie program back, then we should the SIM cookie, this SIM flood should be blocked. XDP loader load ENO2 with more SKB mode, because my network card does not support the native driver, XDP native driver, so use the generic SKB mode. This is our where our eBPF our SIM cookie program stored, XDP SIM cookie, and then we give the same priority before 50, right? So we can check that the program is attached again, and now the CPU usage of the Suricata drops 2% CPU usage, right? Yeah, so this is with libxdp, it is very flexible to load, unload XDP program alone, and not like a tail call. You have to care about the logic between XDP program, and be careful with where you call the XDP program at which point. And yeah, so by the way, initially the SIM cookie XDP program, the XDP hash filter is loaded and attached by the Suricata program, and when I exit the Suricata program, both XDP programs should be detached. But since I used the XDP loader to load the SIM cookie XDP program later, and so when I exited the Suricata program, Suricata will only detach the XDP program it attached. So, but this is loaded by XDP loader. It will not detach the XDP program. So, for example, if I kill Suricata program, it will only detach the XDP filter, hash filter program. So our Suricata exited, and XDP loader status. So you see that only this one is attached by Suricata, and it's gone. But this one's still here because we removed the first and then added it later from XDP loader. Okay, so you can use XDP loader unload eno2 -all, and it will unload all XDP program. We can check that, right? It's all unloaded. And if we start Suricata again, so we start it again, and yeah, so we can actually look at the log here, and so Suricata loaded this XDP sync proxy program. It shows the run priority and also the chain call actions, and yeah, so, and also another XDP program, XDP filter, run priority 100, chain actions, XDP pass, right? So both are loaded by Suricata, and we can see both XDP program here. So now if we exit Suricata, and then both XDP program should be detached because both are loaded and attached by Suricata. If we quit, then we check the XDP program again. So both are unloaded, right? Yeah, so with libxdp, you have the flexibility to load each XDP program alone, and yeah, so yeah, that's what I want to show. Thank you.